Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Rich from Elk Endeavors. Hey, today I'm going to be talking about Brian Tracy's second personal power principle, which is competence. Before I do that, I just want to let you know that it's dark out. I'm standing in the directional light. I mean the light sensitive or the motion sensor light out on my porch because it's 6:15 and I want to make sure my family stays asleep because I am up and awake. I couldn't sleep, and so I want to get this stuff done. Partly because tonight I'm going to see, well, actually this afternoon I'm going to see the Outlaw Music Festival here in Philadelphia. I'm not a big country guy, but Willie Nelson's playing tonight, and I think he comes on stage at like 9:50. But before that, I get to see all the other bands that I like because they're hanging out with Willie Nelson, and that means they're pretty competent bands. So I'm excited about that, but I want to make sure I got my video shot and put up on the web for you, put up on YouTube for you, so you can see. You see what I was talking about. So today I wanted to talk about competence. And when we talk about competence in terms of affiliate marketing, we have to talk about the skills that we need to build for success. And so last week I talked about Click Magic and Click Funnels and Get Response. Those are the three main tools that I use in order to build my business. And those are the basic things that I do. And then there's all kinds of different areas that I need to be competent in terms of trying to find people that are interested in my market and trying to find people that need the 4% Success Challenge, which is my main main product that I'm promoting. So there's all these different things that I have to be able to do to remain competent and to remain on top of my game in the affiliate entrepreneurship field. So one of the things, it's interesting because I'm doing these YouTube videos and I'm doing the blog posts I have blog posts on my own website and then also on Medium, and then I'm doing the YouTube channel. And one of the things that Brian Tracy talks about, and I'm not sure if it's the competence portion that he talks about it in, but he talks about people that do things that are easy and unnecessary as opposed to things that are hard and necessary. And so I'm struggling because the idea behind doing all these YouTube videos is to make sure I'm providing value. And ultimately, like I can't, like there's, every time I do a video, there's like 2 or 3 that come to me in addition to the one, like as I'm talking right now, I already know 2 that I would like to do besides after the 10 that I'm going to do about Brian Tracy, right? And so that's it's important to me to be able to do these things for you, to provide value for you, but at the same time it takes a lot of time, right? And so each time I do the video, it's about an hour to produce the video, put it up on the web, do the blog post on my website, and that's having gotten pretty efficient at it, right? So I do it very efficiently, and I'm struggling with whether it needs to be done, and I know it does need to be done because that's something that once YouTube and Medium figure out that I'm around and I'm not going anywhere, then they'll start sending me out to different people and things like that. And so the more you follow me, the more you like what I'm doing, it'll help me get better at it. So I appreciate you watching and subscribing. But that's part of the competence, right? I'm building competence because I continue to do this every day, and hopefully I get better and better at it every day. And at some point I'll be in front of a whiteboard and I'll be actually teaching lessons, which I'm looking forward to, and that's that'll be coming in the near future. But I'm really excited about all this. But my point is that I have to be competent, and by now, if you're someone who's been following me and you don't believe that I'm competent enough to help you, then you've either left or you're not watching my you're not watching my stuff, which is fine. But the people that are watching my stuff are seeing that I am driving my competence level up, and that's making me able to help you as a budding entrepreneur like me, to succeed, right? So like, and I keep saying, like now I've been saying 6 months now. I'm about 7 months I'm about 7 months into this program, or into this process, I should say. But I'm only 7 months, ahead of you. And that's really not a long time, right? Like that's nothing. So in 7 months, like as far as I've come in 7 months, and the amount of competence and the amount of skills that I've built over the last 7 months is, to me, is incredible. And that's what I want for you, and that's what I want to make sure that you understand that you can do, is to build that competence for yourself, so that you can start a business and start a different lifestyle, if that's what you desire. So one of the things that I talked about in my blog post was was actually it was a funny situation when I was riding my bike across the country, and I was about two weeks into my first tour. So I don't know, I don't remember exactly where I was, but it was somewhere out west. And I came to, so we had a router. So every day, like there was a guy named Bill that he would go out in a Ford Taurus, a white Ford Taurus, and he would route the next day. So he would follow the map and draw arrows with yellow spray paint, construction spray paint on the road. And so the danger always was that there would be construction, right? So if he's going out on a Sunday and marking the road and making the route for all the riders, and we had about 90 or so riders, the danger always was that construction would start on Monday, and we wouldn't know anything about it because we couldn't keep up with every state or every town or whatever to know what they were doing. So one day, sure enough, I'm the advanced party rider, and I go riding on my 90-mile trek to the next town, and I got to a construction site. And that was our route, and so there were no arrows, and they had torn up the road. And so I got to the flagger, and I said, what's happening? And I said, I've got about 90 cyclists coming through, and he was like, well, they're not coming through here. And I said, okay, well, how do I get back on this road? And I showed him the map that I had, and he was like, all right, well, and he started in on this like 5-mile detour, and I followed him for about a mile of it, and then I couldn't really, you just can't take in that much information. So I said, all right, well, can you give me a can of spray paint? And he said, no, this is government property. I said, well, if you don't give me a can of spray paint, you're gonna have to explain all that to about 89 other people that are coming up behind me. And so he gave me a can of spray paint, and so I left and went on my way and started rerouting, and the cyclists were none the wiser. I just kept, like, I made the first couple turns, and then I just started asking people on the road how to get to the next place. I would go into farms, and all kinds of different crazy stuff. So but ultimately it got to the next place, and no one had any idea that it had happened until I told them, because I was like I saved your day today, but that was a really important point in my life in terms of building my competence. And if I hadn't had the life experiences prior to that, being in the Army, being in the Boy Scouts, I was an Eagle Scout, learning leadership skills, if I hadn't felt confident in my abilities, and I hadn't listened and become competent as a cyclist, I would have just been standing there with the flagger waiting to figure out and have someone else tell me what to do. But instead, I made sure that I could lead the 90 or so people behind me to the next destination. And really, that's what I'm trying to do now, right? If you compare it to now, I'm working to ensure that I'm competent enough and I feel comfortable that if someone were to follow me, if someone were to say, when people come and say, okay, let's go, I want to do this, I want to do the 4% Success Challenge, that I feel comfortable leading them through it. Like, I feel comfortable answering questions and helping them and doing everything I can to make sure that they're successful, because I'm meeting with success and I'm learning how to teach others to be successful. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. I appreciate you listening. Again, please subscribe to my channel. I hope you enjoy these videos and the blog posts that go with them. And I look forward to talking to you tomorrow after my concert. I'll tell you a little bit about the concert as well in my video tomorrow. So have a great day and enjoy yourself. Thanks a lot.